by Tom Cranmer.
Good evening. My name is Meg Kilgannon. I'm a wife and a mother of 4. All of our children have been educated in Fairfax County Public Schools, some currently. And I thank you for the chance tonight to address the board on the subject of audits. As a parent and a taxpayer, I too wonder if there's a process or approval process for statements from the board chair. A dear colleague letter with guidance, as Ms. Ruse just explained, came out last night at 7, and Ms. Evans put out a statement earlier today expressing her disappointment in the guidance. Is it a privilege of the chair to speak for the entire 9-member school board? Was the meeting held? Were draft statements circulated and voted on? Because the only voice we as parents have on this board is through our elected representatives. And so if those board members are not consulted on matters such as these, what is the point of voting for a school board? For example, Ms. Evans' statement says that the regulation implementing Policy 1450 remains on hold pending an FCPS review of the guidance decisions and pending court cases. But I think we need an audit of the FCPS practices to see if that is in fact the case. There are multiple cases of accommodations of transgendered students in FCPS. Perhaps those accommodations are reasonable and respectful of all students, and perhaps they are not. But parents and taxpayers will never know because we are excluded from the process. The hasty release of the statement, which it seems could not have been voted on, begs the question, does the school board know what's happening in individual schools on this issue? Because the whole point of the new guidance from the Trump administration is that localities decide what the policy on these controversial topics will be. The new guidance reminds us of an important principle of public education, and that is local control. But from what I've seen, this board seems out of control. Since the update on Policy 1450 was bullied through by then Chairman Patty Hines, parents are beginning to call into question if there can be an effective audit process in the current environment. If we audited FCPS's policies toward women and girls, would we find Title IX protections are ensured? I wonder. Is there any way, in the light of the new guidance, to finally have a community dialogue about gender identity? Unlike the process used to change school start times, gender identity policies regarding the well-being of all students have never been discussed, polled, or studied in Fairfax County Public Schools. There's no impact policy analysis. The school board at the time just decided what was best and made it so. That's not the kind of local control that made FCPS schools exceptional in past years. Week after week, parents and concerned citizens from all walks of life, many different ethnic communities, economically challenged students, special needs students, female students, rape survivors, and yes, even religious students have expressed their concerns about the changes to Policy 1450, and your silence has been deafening. It's a shame and a disgrace that the public's business is conducted with so little regard for the public's opinion. Thank you.
Mike Nee to be followed by Tom Cranmer, to be followed by Kathleen Gillette Mallard.